my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing.
Hi ladies, hope you are ready for some major cleaning and decluttering motivation today. I will start with cleaning my kitchen after a really long work week. I'm gonna be getting back into my basement to keep on decluttering that space, and I'm also gonna be picking up our playroom as well. So lots of things to clean, lots of things to declutter. So if you have something like that on your list, clean with me or declutter with me, and let's get some things off of our to-do list. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Marta. I am a full-time working mom of two, and on my channel you're gonna see a lot of content about cleaning, routines, things that I do as a working mom to help me better manage my house and my time. So if you like those kinds of videos, make sure that you subscribe down below. So this video was recorded over Friday and Saturday. Those are typically the 2 days that are the busiest as far as, making sure my house is functional and back in order before the week starts. And I will tell you, I was really looking forward to cleaning my basement, which is a decluttering project I have started in my previous video. However, I knew that I had a lot of other cleaning things and tasks to accomplish before that. So I decided on Friday I'm gonna clean whatever I need to clean, and then sort of as an almost reward, do something I was looking forward to, which was keep going with the decluttering of the basement. So let me know if you did do similar things kind of as a motivation to yourself, if there is like an organization project you want to tackle or decluttering, if you kind of slow yourself down and say, you know what, I need to do my typical tasks first, and then as a reward, I'm gonna go and do what I actually want to do. So let me know if you do things the same way.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need.
So typically on Friday evening, or sometimes even on Thursday evening, I try to clear out our kitchen island, which towards the end of the week, as you saw, was very cluttered with different kinds of boxes and just things, because that is our dumping ground. So I try to clear that off. There were some containers that needed to be refilled with snacks. I try to go through my fridge, throw away anything that has either expired or any leftovers we didn't get to, kind of get the fridge ready, because the next day I typically go grocery shopping. So one, I need to know what I don't have and what I have, and two, just make space for things and make sure that we don't keep on piling things into the fridge that we are no longer using. And on that particular day, I did not feel like cleaning at all. I was tired after a long work week, and honestly, all I wanted to do was basically sit and do nothing. So I really had to work myself up to get in the right headspace and start doing it. And typically what is happening is once I start, it's so much easier to keep on going. It's just that initial part of convincing myself that I need to get up and actually start cleaning, and that is always the hardest. So let me know if you are the same way, or if it comes easier to kind of get motivated and then you kind of get tired in the process. So let me know which type of a person you are.
You told me more nothing once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention. You've got to know that I ain't a person who understands all the clockwork of our romance. You make me feel so alive, always there in my mind. But I just don't know, I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. I'm a rolling stone tonight, never to be settled. Though I know.
So my goal is always by the end of Friday to have my kitchen cleaned. So because I have an open concept house, I feel like I need to clean the kitchen for the whole house to have this look of it's actually cleaned, it's actually decluttered. Even if I have dust on my shelves and if the dining room table is not cleaned, if the kitchen is cleaned, it just kind of gives off the vibe of, the house is actually cleaned. So I typically do play a lot of like tricks in my mind on, how to get myself motivated, how to clean my kitchen. When I'm done with cleaning the kitchen, it always feels like I am almost done cleaning the entire downstairs. Because even though there's still things like, dusting off, cleaning the table, vacuuming, mopping the floor, I think visually it looks so much cleaner after the kitchen that it makes me think that I don't have that much left, and it typically will keep me going, even though I know especially like the floors will take a while. Just, playing those tricks, it's kind of like when, you play those tricks when you are running or exercising, I'm almost there, just a little bit more. I definitely do a lot of that on those days when I absolutely do not feel like cleaning. So if you have any tricks or mind tricks that you play on yourself when you're cleaning, definitely share them down below. Because we all need that extra motivation from time to time. I am the person who really enjoys a clean house and I want that. But sometimes the process of getting to the clean house is the part that I'm struggling with, especially after like a long week at work. So anything I can do to motivate myself is definitely a win in my book.
I can't deny your eyes. I've got this inner battle. I don't know how to act. I ain't a person who understands the commitment of a romance, but somehow I need you close. I'll go wherever you go. But I just don't know. I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me.
And anytime that I'm wiping down my appliances or when I'm cleaning my window, our puppy thinks I am clearly doing that with a toy because she always wants to catch it. She's waiting for me to throw it. Her head is just kind of following every time I wipe something down, so I find it really funny.
Reach out to me. Reach out to me. I'm done with searching for the truth somewhere else when I just want you. There was a void in my soul.
Okay, this is the second day when I am trying to declutter my basement. If you saw my previous video, I gave it just 30 minutes of one area. It's an absolute disaster. So today I'm gonna give it an hour. It's Saturday, it's around 9:20. So until 10:20, I'm gonna just tackle another area and see how far we can get. So as you may remember, last week we did this area. So I think I'm just gonna move from here and into here and see what I can do in this part over here. So there's a bunch of boxes over here. Some are empty, some have some food in it, like non-perishable food that I need to put away. And this area is just full of shoes and other things that I need to sort through, get the shoes that are actually still being used upstairs. And whatever is a hand-me-down needs to be washed and put away so I can take it with me and give it to my sister and my sister-in-law. And I got myself some energy to get me through this, so let's do it.
You started a fire somewhere deep in my mind. See the barbed wire, the place is grown all wide. 'Cause I don't know if it'll be enough, or if they really care. There's a stairway down for the both of us, but let's not go there. You got me thinking, whoa, I don't know how we got here. Oh my, I think we better run. We ought to leave this place tonight, I'm telling you.
So as you can see, there's a lot of food items in those boxes. So those are mostly like snacks and things that I typically would buy in bulk at Costco, like, crackers or protein shake I get from Amazon. Things that, don't need to be stored in a fridge and they don't expire that quickly. But the reason why it got so bad in this area is it was, one, hard to get to the area of the basement where I actually store food, the overflow of food, if you will. And two, once you start creating that clutter in a space, it is just so much easier to keep on piling up on it that before you know it, it gets out of control like it clearly did over here. So I just wanted to go through it, see what I have, and put it in just those 2 boxes instead of them being in 15. And then I just move them towards the end wall of the basement. That's where I have like a storage unit for all the food. So at this point, I just moved it. So once I get to that point, I need to declutter that shelving unit and then put things and organize them into kind of, a logical and functional space.
Pack up your suitcase, we'll find a new place. We'll cross the border, can't stay no longer in this town. Somehow in this small place, minds begin to shrink when everyone is too fake. Your hope eventually sinks, 'cause I don't know if it'll be enough, or if there's a way out. There's a stairway down for the both of us, but I won't have it. You got me thinking, whoa, I don't know how we got here. Oh my.
There were also a lot of just other random items in here that I either put them there because, well, I didn't have any idea of where they should be. For example, this part is, I have like a stand for like a background for any like birthdays when I do like a balloon arch or, a photo op for something. That's the stand. And as you can see, it was in a box. I bought it almost a year ago because I think no, it was more than that. It was like a year and a half because I bought it first for my son's first communion, which was a long time ago. So I decided to finally put it in a proper container or the carry bag that came with it, and then put it in a spot that actually is not on the ground. It's not gonna get dirty. There was just, I don't know, a lot of those random items, and I swear 1,000 and thousands of boxes. This one, for example, from Instapot, again, one of the items I think I got for Christmas last year. And what I typically do is when I get an item like that, I don't want to throw away the box right away in case when I use it, it doesn't work, I can return it if there's something is broken. The problem with that is that I keep those boxes then for clearly 12 months. So I have to figure out a better system for that, whether it's something that, you know what, if I bought it, I need to use it right away and see if it's working. So maybe instead of cluttering the basement, I can, for example, put it in a garage. And after a week, if the item is working, I can just throw the box away because it is right next to the garbage cans. I don't know. I think it's more what I have to do moving forward is think about the systems to put in place so I don't start creating this clutter again. Because I think that's when my problem is when I don't know what to do with something or I don't have time and I start piling it up. Because as you may not know this, but I have cleaned this basement about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. It was clean. I went through the same thing. I decluttered it. And yet here we are doing the same thing over again. Another thing that I'm hoping is going to help me with that, I just recently got a book called Declutter Like a Mother. And I haven't started reading it yet. I just got it the other day. But I am hoping that Ali, who's the author, is going to help me figure out systems to put in place to prevent this from happening again because it's a lot of work. It's embarrassing that my basement looks like that, and then it always gets to a point where it's just overwhelming and I don't want to do it again.
Why don't we say that it's too late for us now? Why do we stay when I blame you for the things that weigh me down? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study.
Okay, so it's 10:15. I did not go as planned, I guess, because I wanted to do kind of both sides, but once I started going this way, I just decided to go with it and clear as much as I can. So I did not get to the shoes. Maybe I'll do it in the evening. We'll see, no promises. But I'm gonna take you around and show you the progress. Okay, so hopefully you can see the progress over here, how much more space there is. Yeah, this is paint that's accidentally spilled at some point. But again, this is an unfinished basement. It's just for storage. But here is all the stuff we were able to empty today. As you may remember, you could barely pass through here. So a lot of boxes went on the other side of the basement, just folded, so you don't even see them. In case we need them, a lot of them I am throwing away. Once I do my office, those two lamps are gonna go into the closet. That box over there needs to be put away somewhere. Again, once we organize stuff, this is our keepsakes and stuff. And this box, as you saw, this clear container, that's where I have a lot of dishes that I only use when we have company for like holidays and stuff. So I don't use them a lot. So this is like a temporary storage, but it is there for now. So this is what we have on this side. I know it looks worse than before, but those things my husband has to give back to his friend. This is all garbage. So is this. And this is going to Goodwill. So next week is gonna be all this. So stay tuned.
So the last thing I wanted to do that day was to pick up the playroom. I just wanted to vacuum. You know, my kids typically do that every weekend. when they, just put things away. But there were just some things that I need to get into on a regular basis to make sure that it's all actually cleaned. So, putting, all the jackets away, going to their backpacks, making sure they don't have just some random things on the bottom because, sometimes you just find some, treasures in there. So just wanted to get through that. I also wanted to get through some of the shoes as we are getting colder weather. I know snow is going to be here before we know it. So I basically wanted to look through that cabinet, get the shoes that are like more summer shoes out of there, and get kind of slowly prepared for that colder weather. The bag that you see me just putting away, this bag has been here since, I don't know, it has been a couple of months. So when I was decluttering my master bedroom, I had some clothes that I wanted to donate, and I put them in here, and what do you know, they are still here. So because I had some items from the basement when I was decluttering earlier that day, when I was done with the playroom, I went with that bag and put it in the trunk of my car, along with some of the items that I was donating from the decluttering of the basement. And that made me, the next day as I was driving to the swimming lessons with my kids, I had Goodwill and Salvation Army on the way, and that way it was just convenient to go and drop it off. So that is definitely something that I'm gonna start doing from now on, because I also have some other items I know in the basement once I get to that other portion that I need to donate, and I needed to donate them for a long time. And I don't know. If I put it in the car, it's gonna make me do it because then I cannot put any groceries in when I'm shopping. So maybe it's one of those things, one of those systems I talked about before in this video that I need to implement to make me do things right away instead of procrastinating and creating more clutter for myself that I have to declutter later on. And the table in here was one of those areas I really wanted to get into myself because it has just a lot of papers from school, a lot of like practice exercises and stuff, and I wanted to go through it myself so we don't accidentally throw something away that doesn't belong. And if my kids go through that one, it takes forever because they are not sure, so they're gonna come to me with every single paper. So what typically happens is that toys are, since they know where they go, they do that. And any papers, when we get to this point, I'm the one who goes in there and kind of cleans it up so we don't get out of control like we did before.
How is night after night, night after night, oh, searching after miracles, miracles. Oh yeah, night after night, night after night, night after night.
And lastly, I wanted to make sure I vacuum it really well. As you can see, there is just a lot of leaves here by the entryway, and it's because it's fall, it's windy, And when we let our puppy out in the backyard, or even when we are getting out of here to go to the backyard, it's just, the wind is just bringing all those little leaves inside. So I wanted to make sure I did do a good job with the vacuuming to finish off cleaning this space.
I got these demons by my side, flying on the chemicals. Guess I'm not the lucky type. Oh, trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night. Oh, searching after miracles. Oh yeah, night after night, night after night.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some motivation to tackle whatever you have to tackle on your to-do list. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.